We're so excited. Tonight we're going to tell you a little bit about our products, about our business, how you can earn an income online throughout the summer months. I love our business all year, but particularly through the summer when we have, for a lot of us, we've got the school holidays and stuff like that. So the fact that we can still be earning from home around the children is amazing. So we're going to be telling you a little bit more about that this evening. But without further ado, we'll get started with Paula, and she's going to be telling you a bit about our products.
Thank you, Sara, and hello everyone. Welcome to this evening's opportunity call. My name is Paula, and I'm going to give you a very quick overview into our Juice Plus products and just tell you how what makes them so amazing and what makes them so unique. So our Juice Plus products are the world's most researched nutritional products in the world. They've got over 40 gold standard clinical studies backing their outstanding health benefits. And so it's not just what we say about them that makes them, so absolutely bulletproof. It's the amount of science behind the products. So basically, you can see all in the little basket there. You've got the bottles there, the fruits and vegetables and the berries. Are our premium capsules, and they are a blend of 30 raw fruits, vegetables and berries. And so we all know how eating fruits and vegetables, how essential it is for our health, for our good health. But for whatever reason, it can be quite difficult to get what we need with affordability at the moment, convenience, choice in the supermarkets, and for whatever reason, and maybe you don't even like them. A lot of people just don't even like fruit and vegetables, and especially the ones that are the healthiest, like the spinach and the broccolis and the kales and all those kind of things. But that's where our products come in. Absolutely, a genius idea, because you get all those fruits and vegetables in capsule form. So you can see some of the just to have a little read through the slide, because I haven't got time to run through it all, but it just helped to bridge the gap between what we should be eating to be healthy, what we are eating and what we should be eating to be healthy. And as well as adults being able to enjoy all of the fruits and vegetables in capsules, we've got our amazing Healthy Starts for Families program. And so basically for absolutely free, with the products I've just been talking about, you're eligible for a child or teenager up to 21, if they're in full-time education, to get either chewables or capsules. So the whole family can get what they need from, you get free the fruits and vegetables, not the berries, so 20 fruits and vegetables. So your children can get kale and broccoli and spinach and all those things every single day in what they think is sweeties. So you can see some of the statistics here, but of over 1.5 million families that have taken part in this amazing program, over 96% of them have reported positive health benefits. And again, it's just fruits and vegetables in capsules or chewables, and you only have to go and Google the health benefits of fruits and vegetables to know the actual the absolute importance. So as I said, a genius way of getting the whole family to get their fruits and vegetables in a really easy and convenient way. And on top of the capsules, we've got our complete range, and as the name suggests, it's a complete meal. So you can have as a meal replacement, or a healthy breakfast, or a snack, or food on the go. Most commonly in the first picture, we've got our shakes. So you can have shakes or pancakes, or it's a plant protein powder. It's got everything your body needs for highly nutritious meals. So you can have, so it's got 17 of the fruits and vegetables I've just been talking about, 19 grams of plant protein, and carbohydrates from root vegetables. So, if it was on a plate, it'd be a highly a healthy, balanced meal. So these shakes, they give you lots of energy. They keep you going for hours. And they're great for before the gym, for people, pregnant ladies and breastfeeding. They're safe for absolutely everybody. So for me, I just can't live without them. I'm addicted to how amazing the taste and how amazing they make me feel as well. And they're great for weight loss as well, or for people who want to replace a meal. And then we've got our Perform, which is amazing for people who go to the gym or want to exercise more. And Juice Plus is all about, helping to inspire people to have a healthy lifestyle. So, this is an amazing product to help with, because we all know exercising is really healthy for us. So have this before you go to the gym, before you exercise, and it helps to give you the energy and give your body what it needs to give you a really amazing performance, helps to build muscle mass, and also helps to with your recovery as well. So it's got 25 grams of plant protein, vitamin D's, vitamin B's, the whole works for energy and performance. So that's our products in a nutshell. And if you're interested, then please go to the person who put you on the call this evening, and they will give you a little bit more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. And it's nice to have you back. We missed you.
Thank you. Me too.
Thank you. Always amazing on the product knowledge. I think we are now going to hear from someone who is already using the products and see what she's thinking of them so far. So I think we've got Lisa. Hi, Lisa. You just need to unmute yourself, please. You just click at the bottom.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you perfectly. Do you just want to take it away, Lisa, and just tell us a little bit about your journey with the product?
Yeah, so I started on the products back in February last year. I think like with everybody, lockdown had kind of had, a negative impact, especially on my weight. When I started on the products, I was a size 18 and I started on our complete powders, our boosters, and was able to sort of get rid of my first stone within about 6 weeks. Of course, then I joined the company, started on the berry capsules, and then went on to kind of lose another 2.5 stone. I've been maintaining that weight loss now for pretty much a year, which is incredible. But I think one of the massive benefits for me, which I never even thought about when I started taking the berry capsules, was the incredible impact that it's had on my hair growth and the condition of my hair. So after the birth of my second daughter, my hair just kind of stopped growing at my shoulders. And it was just, I mean, I went through, pretty much 2 years, including the lockdown, where I didn't have a haircut and I literally just had no hair growth whatsoever. And since then, I mean, I've just had another haircut actually. And it's just incredible. The condition is amazing. The growth, I'm just so excited. And, because I think you've got things that that you really want to look good. And my hair has always kind of been my thing, even though it never grew. But now I've got my proper hair back and it's incredible. And it's done wonders for my skin, my nails. And obviously being in the business and you find out more about how incredible all the products are. I'm on all the products now. Another really sort of big benefit for me as well is with the complete powders, I found that within the first 6 weeks of me being on them, I was sleeping so much better. So I used to wake up every 2 hours, and I'd done that for 20 years plus. And I just thought that was my sleep pattern. But then I started getting a solid 6 hours, which was just incredible, which stopped me from having my daily afternoon naps. So the energy it's given me, the just so many benefits, other than the weight loss, which has been brilliant, but all the unexpected ones, like my hair, like my energy, like my sleep patterns, has just been incredible.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. And I always love when we hear from someone and they say, the main reason they started was for weight loss, and then they just started getting all of these amazing health benefits that they wasn't expecting. Your hair looks amazing, by the way. You've definitely got a load.
I know, it's like
woo! Incredible. Lisa, thank you so much.
Well,
really
thank
appreciate
you
you coming on tonight. Thank you. So we have heard a little bit about the products, and we're now going to move over to the business, and we have got Howard who's going to tell us a little bit more about that.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to the call, and especially those who are looking at this perhaps for the very first time. Now let's get straight into this. Right now, we are welcoming over 7,000 people into the Juice Plus family as partners each and every month. Now let's give some thought as to why that might be the case. Now, even before a little microbe escaped from a laboratory in Wuhan in China, there was already a very, very high awareness for personal health and well-being right across the world. Let's give some thought as to why that might be the case. You couldn't open a newspaper or magazine or switch on the TV or radio without being told something is good for you. This is bad for you. You must do this. You shouldn't do that. It was all a bit confusing. But one thing is, everyone knows on this call, everyone's always known that fruit and vegetables are key to the human condition. They really, really are. So this company, or the Juice Plus company, found this wonderful way of producing these products. So the timing was actually was absolutely perfect. COVID has obviously made that awareness grow exponentially. In addition, the economic turmoil, the fallout from COVID, and the economic crisis that we're actually now just starting to get into, that has made people really aware of their own personal finances more than ever before. And they just are more open to looking at ideas to actually bring more money into their households. Why? Because they have to, pure and simple. Okay, so that's why so many people are joining each and every month. And let's have a look at how we can actually make some money. Now, there are 4 different ways of making money within this opportunity. 4. You heard me correctly. I've only got time to talk about 1. Everybody starts on the left-hand side of that staircase as a partner. Now, with help, with training, and with encouragement, with people who have got a vested interest in helping you get to the top. You can walk, you can sprint, you can, and some people absolutely fly all the way from left to right to that top position of PMD Plus, Presidential Marketing Director Plus. And if you do that, you pick up that figure in bonuses alone. Now, factor in the commissions, the other earnings that are available, those other 3 ways. And those figures compare really well with top executive positions in the corporate world, say nothing of really senior positions in the private sector as well. But you don't have a boss looking at you over your shoulder, setting you targets. Once you make those steps up the staircase, you've got that for life. You've got that forever. Yeah. And you're not worried also, you don't have to worry about people who are trying to take your job away. In fact, you want to actually find people who are better than you. That may sound crazy. Have a word with the person who actually invited you on this call and find out the reason for that. It's so important. So an amazing opportunity. That, like I say, is just one of the ways we can earn money. Let's move on again. So how quickly can you actually start, deriving an income? The answer is right away. Now, I didn't realize when I actually joined, but you can actually get paid for your own usage. How cool is that? So it's not uncommon that people, when they start a health journey, they might have friends, they might have work colleagues, they might have family members who are interested in accompanying them and starting their journeys of their own. So it's really quite common for people to actually make that first step, maybe even a couple of steps in their first month or 2. And that will attract the first of those bonuses, the first step will, of £80. And you factor in the other, commissions and commissions and so forth, and that will result in about £150, £160 in bonuses. So roughly double the bonus. Okay. So your return on your investment, which I forgot to say, was £50. £50 to get involved. The risk is so small as to be virtually non-existent when you consider the upside. Absolutely massive. So that is why people can actually make this sort of money very, very quickly indeed. Okay, let's move on again. So that's where we are now. Let's have a look at where we're going. And, Juice Plus is becoming a global business. In fact, strictly speaking, it is already. Now, not surprisingly, being a North American company, North America is pretty well covered. USA and Canada, and we opened in Mexico shortly before COVID. Also in Europe, we're pretty well covered there. We're represented there as well. Just a few gaps in Eastern Europe. We opened in Portugal at the beginning of the year and the Czech Republic even more recently than that. And in Asia, we opened in the UAE with the view to that being a springboard into the other big markets. And so far we've landed in Malaysia and Singapore. And obviously down the bottom right-hand corner, we've got Australia and New Zealand as well. But guys, look at the gaps. You're probably wondering, well, what about South America? Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not even in Africa yet. And in terms of Asia, when you think that there are 9 of the top 15 most populated countries are in Asia alone, 3.5 to 4 billion people. Do you think it's fair to think and fair to say that some of those people may just have 1 or 2 health concerns, not dissimilar from you and me? And 1 or 2 of those people may just have financial concerns. And they may just be open to an opportunity if it was shown to them. And you might think, well, I don't know anybody there. Well, guess what? You and I are talking now across the internet. The internet has opened up, and social media has opened up so many possibilities to actually make global connections. The world has become a very, very small place. And we have an opportunity that everybody needs. in this day and age. And the question you just have to ask yourself is, how big a part would you like to play? And with that, I shall leave you, I'll hand you back to Sara.
Amazing, thank you so much, Howard. So guys, we have got a very special guest speaker this evening. I'm so excited. When James announced that we had Kelly on the call, I was really excited. She is absolutely incredible. You have probably seen her amazing transformation picture, and she's also just absolutely smashing the business. I just keep seeing her and her team just promotions, and she's also qualified for our leadership retreat as well already, which is really exciting. We've got the famous Jeff Roberti there. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you so much for asking me to come on. I really appreciate it.
We're so excited to have you. Sorry, you go away.
That's right. So I'm going to run through my story, and then I think you want me to share some information about Centre Parks and some tips about how I done it. So
amazing.
I actually became a customer to begin with, and the reason I became a customer was because the lovely Nesh, who was my mentor, shared Sara's story, and there was just something in her story that resonated with me, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. Within 2 weeks I'd lost over half a stone. Within another week I'd lost a stone, and within that period of time I had a couple of people say, what is it that you're doing? How is it that I get my hands on some of these products? And so I went to refer those individuals to the lovely Nesh, and Nesh just said to me, why don't you sell it to them? And at the time life was quite difficult, so like everyone, I was impacted quite severely by the pandemic. 2020 was a tough year. I lost my mum in the January, then we went into a lockdown, and overnight I lost my income completely. I was self-employed. I had a franchise that I had invested a house deposit size sum of money in, and overnight I lost my ability to make an income from that business. Bearing in mind, this business, we invest $49.99, and the business, I think, tripled in the global pandemic. So for me, that was absolutely petrifying. I obviously started to diversify my business and started to work in a different way, but it wasn't generating the income that we needed as a family. I needed to bring in a full-time income. So as a consequence, I took a full-time call centre job working from my dining room table, and I had to spread it over 7 days a week because I was in a lockdown scenario with a 3-year-old. So I was working 7 days a week, building up my business that I'd invested a significant amount of money in during the day with my daughter, and then I was working every single night. So I had every reason to say I haven't got time to build this business, but I had every reason to say I can't carry on the way that I am. I need to do something different, otherwise nothing's going to change. And so I just said yes and decided that I'd work the rest out later. And it honestly petrifies me to think where life would be now had I have not said yes to that opportunity and invested that money. So if I just run through my journey, I didn't realise at the time that I was going at quite a fast pace in the business. So I joined at the end of November. In December, I hit the first promotion of Partner Plus, which came with an £80 bonus, which to us was a lot of money with everything that we were going through, and especially at Christmas time. And then the following month, I hit Senior Partner. The month after that, I hit Senior Partner and SC. The month after that, I hit SC and QSSC. The month after that, I hit QSSC and SSC. And then I stayed at SSC every month saying that I was going to go for QNMD. And it got to Harrogate. And this is for me, like, you have to go to these big events because you never know what you're going to take away from it. And it was something quite simple, which has actually helped me for Centre Parks. That it was Simon on stage, and he basically said, you just need to make a decision and commit to it. Just make a decision and stick with it and believe in yourself. Have that belief that you're going to do this and it's going to happen. So I spent 6 months saying that I was going to go for QNMD. I left Harrogate with Simon's words in my ears, and 90 days or 91 days of my 90-day plan, I hit QNMD in the January this year. And it's just, I made the decision that I was going to do it. The other thing that Simon said was, if you want more, you need to do more. And so I looked at what I was currently doing. I was looking at what else I could do. And so I implemented some different strategies, like going and getting a business buddy, doing a Sunday night team call. There was lots of different things that we did. And all of that contributed towards the success of the team, you know, improving the quality of my one-to-ones and my mentoring skills. And so, yeah, we went QNMD in January this year. In terms of how the business has changed my life, when I left university, I went into corporate management, and I spent years building up this corporate management career. Didn't really think about what would happen when I became a parent. It was only when I was pregnant and this little person came into the world, I was just like, I don't want to leave. I had to go back to that career. I would have had to have left at sort of 6:30 in the morning, wouldn't have got home much before 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I would have been dependent upon breakfast clubs, like breakfast early morning, childminders, after school clubs and things like that. And it really pained me. Like, I didn't want to do that, but I knew that that was in my, before I knew about this business, that was the norm. That's what everybody does. So in my infinite wisdom, I went and started this other business and invested all this money, because what I was told was that if I invested in this business, I would have control over my life, over my time, and I'd have a better work-life balance. What I didn't realise with traditional self-employment is that when you are building a business, you are essentially selling time for money. So I taught art to children, and there were only so many hours within the day that the children were available and that I could deliver art classes. We also had to do breakfast clubs and after school clubs, which meant, again, when I had my daughter, I wouldn't have been around her because I was delivering all these activities. I was doing events and birthdays at weekends. And my business was very successful, but I was working even more hours than I was in the day job. And so what I've realised with this industry is that you earn back your time. And so within 3 months of being in the business, I was able to quit the call centre job, which actually was causing me anxiety through no fault of the employer. The nature of the calls were quite stressful. And so I was able to quit that job. I remember phoning Nesh in floods of tears because of the relief that I felt of being able to do that. Within, I would say it was about 6 to 9 months, I made the decision, recognising that I was selling time for money in the old business and recognising and having the belief in this business of the future that it could give me. I decided to make the decision to take a hit on the other business. Sorry, my dog's having a dream, and you can hear in the background. And so I decided to close down the other business. And then it was January this year that, can you hear her? I'm just going to go and give her a stroke and just wake her up. Sorry, I couldn't have concentrated with that in the background. So I, in January this year, quit. I'd taken a part-time job when I quit the call centre job. So in January, I quit that part-time job, and I've been building this business on a full-time basis ever since. My daughter started school in September just gone. Every single day I've been able to do school pickups, school drop-off, assemblies, going in and having school dinners with her, the Christmas stuff, everything. I've been able to go and do all of that. And it's been like quite emotional talking to mums that haven't been able to go there and haven't been able to be there for some of that. And I'll never have to experience that because I've now got time freedom from this business. And for me, that's absolutely priceless. The other thing for me that I've gained from this business is financial independence. When you're a mum and you give up your career to have a child, you suddenly lose that financial independence. And I didn't realise how uncomfortable that would make me feel. And the fact that I haven't got to choose between having a career and a good income and having that time with my child, and that just means the absolute world. So that's my story. I'll just quickly, because I'm conscious of time, just whiz through centre parks for you. So where I said about what I heard Simon say, it was exactly the same for centre parks. I just made that decision. So as soon as I heard that announcement, I contacted Nesh and said, I'm doing it in June. Like, I don't want it hanging on for months and months. I'm just going to go and smash it and just get it done in June. I made that decision. I had the belief in my skills, in the team, that we could just go and do it. I wrote down exactly how many customers I was going to get, how many teamies I was going to bring into the business. I knew that I was going to do an event, and I just went and took action and just did it until it was done. And I know it sounds easy and like, or it's easy for me to say because it's done now, but you just have to have that belief in yourself and keep it consistent. Don't waver. If you're halfway through the month and you're not where you thought you were going to be, don't go, oh well, it's not going to happen now, and like back away, because then all you're doing is guaranteeing that it's not going to happen. Like, lean into the business even more, and it will happen if you trust and believe and you take the appropriate actions. It will happen. Invest in self-development. Speak to your mentor if you're starting to doubt halfway through the month. Don't let it fester. Go and talk to people, and you can totally do it.
Oh, Kelly, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And it was really nice because I don't think I've ever actually heard your proper business story. So that was really interesting. Thank you.
Right,
and just two things that you said that really stuck out for me, which I can totally relate to. The first one was, it's scary to think where you would be had you not said yes to this business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I always look, go on.
I can't imagine going back to that. I would have had to have gone back to that corporate career, and that would have meant extensive childcare costs and not really seeing my child. And I already struggle with it now, her starting school and not having control over that Monday to Friday school hours. I can't imagine my days being longer. So yeah, it's priceless.
Yeah, it's so true. And I think when you are looking at the business or you're thinking about the business, it can be, intimidating or overwhelming, as is anything when you're thinking of starting something new. I was definitely exactly the same, but I look back now and I'm honestly grateful every day that for the day that, when you just have that courage, you think, right, I'm going to go for it, because where would we be right now had we not said yes to this
when I
year?
started, I was that one that said, I'm categorically never doing a live. I didn't even have a welcome. I didn't even have a welcome to the team post, because I didn't have a photograph that I was happy for Nesh to use. So like, if I can go from that to then standing on stage and talking in front of over 1,000 people and being on a call like this, it is just about breaking down the steps, stepping out of your comfort zone and then extending it, definitely.
Yeah, defo. And then the last thing that you said as well, which I absolutely love, is that this business gives you the opportunity to not have to choose between having a career and an income or being a full-time mum. And that's honestly one of my favourite things about the business.
Yeah, love it.
Amazing. Kelly, you've been incredible. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you jumping on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for another amazing call. Thanks to all of our speakers. Thank you to James for arranging. If you have got any questions at all, just go back to whoever it was that invited you on, and they'll be more than happy to help. And we'll see you in a few weeks' time at the end of the summer, and we'll get back to you with some dates for some in-person events as well. Hope you all have a lovely summer, guys. Take care. Bye.